Hello and welcome. My name is Odo Peter. We're exploring the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Question number 2 states, why did God make you? To rephrase this question, I can put it in another way. Why are you in this world? What is your purpose? From a personal standpoint, what are the most fulfilling things we desire in life? For most human beings, it will be perfect peace, perfect love, and unending happiness. These desires that I just listed is almost what every human being desires as the outcome of their endeavors in this world. But there is a challenge with that. The challenge is that in this world, we cannot have perfect peace, we cannot have perfect love, and we cannot have unending happiness. The world is filled with uncertainty, pain, suffering, and at the end of it all, death. It's important to note that no amount of material goods, no amount of money, and no location in this world will hide each and every one of us from suffering and ultimately death. So we can deduce that our deepest fulfillment cannot be achieved in this life. It's a subtle sign that maybe we are not made for this world. Maybe we are made for something greater. But people that have neglected this sign, they sometimes plunge themselves into despair and depression, because the search for happiness, love, and peace that is perfect in this world is a void search and will always lead to disappointment, depression, and despair. So the question is, why are we here? St. Augustine echoes the answer the Catechism book provides when he says, "You have made us for yourselves, O God, and our hearts are restless till they rest in you." The answer to this question, the Catechism book states, God has made us to know Him, love Him, and serve Him in this world, and to be happy with Him forever in the next. Our purpose on earth revolves around these three things: to know God, to love God, and to serve God as we journey towards eternal happiness with God in the next life. Let's break it down even further. To know God is to know God as our beginning and our end, as our Creator and our Father, as the person that fills us with every joy, peace, and love. And that knowledge of God will lead us to the next step, which is to love God. And the love of God comes from the fact that we know how good God has been, and to know that God is central to our existence. And the love of God that we have in our hearts, developed from the knowledge of God, will move us to do what God wants, and that is to serve God. And we do serve God by sharing the love we've discovered God to be with other human beings around us. So in conclusion, the purpose of life is a journey towards God, a journey towards the best, a journey towards the highest aim that we can conceive, and a journey of love. A life of love is a life of service, and a life of service is a life of fulfillment. The closest we can come to achieving our most fulfilling desires in this world is through the service of God, and we can serve God most by sharing His love with our brothers and sisters in this world. And the highest form of love is a love that sacrifices for the good and betterment of other people. So we are called to a life of love and sacrifice for our fellow human beings. And it is in living this kind of life that we find both meaning and purpose in the life that God has created us to live. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next installment. Have a nice day.